Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Happy Monday night. No mail finds today, but I did uh, find a few things at Walmart. I actually found some car culture at Walmart. That's the first car culture cars I have found at Walmart since. What were the last ones? Man, it's been a while. I found the Gulf Ford Transit van, but other than that, I haven't found crap since way back when they had the small cards. So this is an Audi R8 LMS. Thing is pretty sweet. But I do like the Matchbox R8 better. I'm assuming LMS is for Le Mans. So the wheels on this look kind of goofy to me, almost like the tires are just a little bit too small. But they're black, so it's essentially just a shadow, which does make it kind of hard to notice. But other than that, I mean, the graphics are really nice. It's got a really shiny, clear coat. A lot of detail. There's your front end. Got the Audi Sport. A little bit of that looks to be coming off. You can't even notice that with the naked eye. But I can see on camera. Actually, no, it's not. It's just a glare. Headlight tampos. Project cars. I do kind of like how that tampo is like tucked back behind the air duct. And it actually is behind it too. So that's like they paint tampo the car and everything before they assemble it. So that's pretty good right there, I think. And there's your back end. Not a whole lot of detail back here. You get tail lights, but there should be a lot more going on with this back end than just tail lights. But overall, it's a Hot Wheels car, and I think they did a really nice job with it. They've really gotten good with these car culture cars. This next one, I only found two, but honestly, like if I could only have one car out of this set, this car right here would probably be the car I'd want. It's just awesome. So this is the Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA. By the way, the card art on these things is sick. I'm not a carded collector, but these have some really nice card art. And actually, this entire car culture series has had really nice card art. So when it's all said and done, this is going to be the most desirable, most sought after, and most valuable Hot Wheels set that they have ever put out. It's already past the garage cars. It's already past the boulevard cars. So it is definitely the set to have as far as Hot Wheels goes. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. So these are some relatively new wheels. These are the wheels that Matchbox has been using a whole bunch of. But we really haven't seen a lot of Hot Wheels with these wheels. I think this car looks really good. It's a nice tooling to start with. I'm not a huge fan of these wheels, though. I like the wheels from the Forza Entertainment release, which I'll show here in a second. But I do like this car. I think this car is awesome. So there's your back end. You have the Alfa Romeo Tampo with really nice Tampo taillights. You get the brake lights and the indicators. You also have a nice racing stripe tampoed across the top. This is a metal flake. It's like a metal flake avocado type of a color, light green. Graphics are nice. They're not like super overdone. This is probably my second favorite Alfa Romeo Giulia. They've only done 3. I'm going to grab the third one, which I wasn't planning on showing, but I have it right here, so I'll just get it out real quick. We can take a look at the 3 of them. So this green one would be my second favorite. Here's the last one to come out in the car culture. And with this, I'll show you guys like the differences. So this came out, these are probably the last car culture cars that I found in the wild. This 5-car set was not very desirable. It wasn't very sought after. Actually, there was a couple. The Subaru was really nice, the Impreza. And then, of course, everybody wants the Nissan Z. But other than that, I didn't think they were all that great. But here's your back end on this one. It leaves a lot to be desired. And even the racing graphics weren't that good on this car. There's your front end. Now, the Forza car is still probably the nicest overall car in my opinion. And it's not even part of the car culture series. It's part of the entertainment series. But here's the Forza, where you get the front grille, you get the headlights, the tail lights. You get a lot more in the way of Tampo graphics. It's a 2-tone paint job. It by far has the nicest wheels, in my opinion. We can take this one out. We're done looking at that. But this is my favorite Alfa Romeo Giulia that they've done. But this new one is a really close second, I think. Because like the Forza car, you do get the grille and the headlights and the tail lights. I just like the wheels on this one a lot better. These are some of Hot Wheels' best real riders right here, in my opinion. Don't know if I'd call them my favorites, but they're definitely up there. And then there's your tail end detail. Both of these have the Alfa Romeo Tampo and the tail lights. So those are the only 3 times that the Alfa Giulia has been put out by Hot Wheels. It's never come out in the main line. I know a lot of people are hoping to see it come out in the main line, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The car really is not configured for it. It's configured for a premium release because of the way the base is. They would have to retool it for a mainline release to put some plastic in it somewhere. But it is a pretty cool casting. I don't think it's even come out in the RLC at all. Like, I literally think these are the only 3 that they've ever done. So if you know of one that I'm missing, feel free to comment below. But either way, I was happy to find the green one, and I actually found 2 of it. I did find 2 of these, so I'll keep one of them on card. I don't keep a lot of Hot Wheels stuff on card, but here's a cargo carrier car culture. This is the second release after they really started getting nice. they really started adding a lot of detail on the Japan Historics 2. They raised the price, they went to a larger card, and they started adding a ton more detail. And I think that the cars are significantly nicer than they were before they made the changes. Because before they made the changes, like even going all the way back to Japan Historics 1, that set is weak compared to Japan Historics 2. Now, you could argue which set had better toolings. I think Japan Historics 2 was better across the board. But there's no question that the detail got better with the second one, because none of the cars in the first release have headlights or tail lights. It's just all racing graphics. Which, if you're into racing cars, then I guess that's fine. But personally, I prefer civilian decos with headlights and taillights. And I'm even okay with a race car and racing graphics if they don't compromise the headlight and taillight detail. Here's another one. This one's nice because it's just real subtle. The only thing I really wish they would have done differently with this one is the window trim and the side view mirrors. I wish they would have detailed. But the headlights and the grille look really good, and the taillights look good too. That's all you can really hope for. But if you notice too, with the new toolings that they've done, and they've done a whole bunch since they changed the car culture. Starting with Japan Historics 2, you had the Laurel, you had the C210 Skyline, you had this Skyline van. Even the Audi, I think, is a new tooling. I think that's the first time we've seen that. But if you look at these new toolings, they're making them a lot more realistic than they used to be. That's why, like the Laurel and the C210 Skyline and this Skyline van that we're looking at, the tires, the wheels and tires are a lot smaller. It's not like the car's not cartoonized. You could actually take those three cars, this one and the other two, and display them next to your Tomica Limited Vintage and your Kyosho, and they really don't look out of place. So I really like what they're doing with the car culture. So anyways, so I found those, and then I found this. This was a fresh case that had just been pegged. All 6 cars were there. Unfortunately, no White Lightning, but that's okay. I only grabbed 2 of the cars. I took the 77 Camaro because the guy that I work with had a 77 Camaro. So I picked that up, gave it to him, and then I took this one home for me. Because you can never have enough of these Land Cruisers. Now this is just a regular retail release, so they made a ton of these at $4,900. And so they haven't changed anything about the classic facts. Those facts have been going back to the first re-releases of these cars or these trucks. The other cars in the set, you have a 69 Camaro SS, you have a 70 Camaro RS SS, and then you have the 77 Camaro Z28. That's the other one that I grabbed. And then you have the 1970 Shelby GT500 convertible, the 2010 Dodge Challenger RT, and the 1980 Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm not a big Johnny Lightning collector, but there are a handful of castings that I do like to collect, and this is definitely one of them. In the package, this looks to have an offset base, and now that I've pulled it out of the package, it is confirmed that it does. It has an offset base just like this one here does. See that front tire? So I've noticed this a lot with Johnny Lightning lately. Like the Cherokees that I got both had that issue. There's this one. It's very frustrating. It's just extremely frustrating. Like the quality issues that all of these brands are having, they've got to stop. Either they've got to stop or they've got to come down on the price. Like, it's just happening far too frequently, you know? Like, all those issues, 2 out of the 6 cars in my Greenlight case were messed up. They're just making far too many cars, or I don't know what the deal is, but it's not just one brand. M2 sucks, Greenlight's been sucking, Johnny Lightning's been sucking a lot lately, and Auto World is really the only one that, you know, you'll get a car from time to time that's messed up, but from time to time is okay, but all the time is not okay. And this is all the time lately with Greenlight and Johnny Lightning and M2. This thing would be so nice too if it wasn't for that. And it's the exact same issue as the other one that I have. So here's the deal here. Thankfully, this one here came perfect. And of all of these other ones that I've picked up since they started putting these out, it's only the last 2, or 2 of these are the last 3 that I've purchased here. So I got this one first, and it's obviously messed up. I got this one second. Luckily, it's fine. And then I got this one third, and it's messed up. So I might have to just lift these ones, but that looks like... I don't think that's going to be too easy. I don't know. I love the way this thing looks, though. The red with the black top. Now, I've got some other red ones. This one here is one of the Plain Mantis releases, so this is before round 2 had the Johnny Lightning name. Let's see, it's got little skinny tires on it, real basic steelies, and it's got a cream colored top. And then I've got this red one here, which is just the truck version. Same tooling, it just has a different top on it. And then what else? I've got this red one. This came in as a Gone Fishing. And this is, I think this is the only dirty one that they've released so far. And this one is red with a white top. So 4 red ones, and the top is different on all of them. And another thing, if you look at these closely, that you'll notice, almost all of them have been wheel swapped. Like this one here came with black wheels, but I think it looks better with white wheels. Look how awful that is. That is so terrible. This one came just like this with the black wheels, and I'm not going to mess with this one because it's just far too expensive to replace it. This is my favorite of all of them, not just because it's worth far more than any of the others, but I love that vintage Toyota Deco on it. When I saw that they were doing this, I had to have it. I was hoping it was Miho, because it would have cost well, it would cost a fraction of the price now. Luckily, I got it before anybody knew it was going to be worth anything. But yeah, that's why this is my favorite. It's because of that Toyota nostalgic livery that it has. I've got a Matchbox Land Cruiser that has this livery. I've got a Matchbox 4Runner that has this livery, and I've got a Jada Tundra that has this livery. Any Toyota with this type of deco, I'll buy if I can get them for the right price. So, but the rest of these, other than this one, this is another one that is pre round 2. So this is Playing Mantis era. This one has had the Champion DJK treatment to it, the headlights. I would venture to guess that this is the only one on the planet that has headlights. So that one's pretty cool. It's probably the least expensive of the old ones to get. But the rest of these, like this one here, this came with white wheels. I've traded them out for some chrome wheels. I don't remember what these are from, but I think it's from a Dodge Ram. This is another one that I left the wheels stock. Primer gray. This would probably be my second or third, probably my third favorite. I think my second favorite one is this one here. And a lot of it has to do with the wheels. These wheels came off of a Gone Fishing Jeep Grand Wagoneer. I think these are the nicest looking wheels for this casting. I wish all of these Land Cruisers came out with these wheels. But the tires are a little bit smaller on these wheels and they're not quite as aggressive. So it is a little bit of a trade-off because with these wheels you get a bigger wheel and tire and you get a lot more tread on the tire. But I just think these wheels look better for some reason. They just look more authentic. And then this one, these wheels came off of a Dodge Warlock truck. But I think these look really good too. This also came with these big white ones. And I think these little chrome ones definitely look better than the big white ones do. And then of course, this one came with white wheels. But these are the ones that I traded with this. Just swap the two. I think the white one looks better with black wheels, and I think this one looks better with white wheels. So anyways, that that is my Johnny Lightning Toyota Land Cruiser collection. It's a shame that 3 of them are messed up. But on the bright side, 9 of them are fine. So a total of 12, and I'm missing quite a few, so I need to get a count on how many that they've released since round 2 started putting them back out. I know there's a black on black one that I need to get, and I think there's a couple more. I know this expensive one back here, this is a Bishop exclusive. It's an Indonesia exclusive release, and they did another one using this top with the truck configuration, and it's an Indonesian police. So I need to get that one. That one's more expensive than all the Mihos, but it's not nearly as expensive as this one. This one is selling for about 100, between 90 and 110, and the Indonesian police one I think was selling around 30. So big difference between the two. But anyways, I guess that's it. A couple of really cool car culture. And another Toyota for the collection. So, thanks for checking it out. You all have a good rest of your Monday, and I will holler at the next video.